Hey everybody, I'm John at Collect Cards. Hope you're doing well. It is Thursday morning. I'm right on the border between the Eastern and Central time zones. I'm at the Indiana Welcome Center, just crossed into Indiana, driving in from my home in Western Michigan. I think it's still 8:20 or so it's probably about 7:20 Chicago time, but I'll be there before opening here. It's Thursday, day 2 of the National. I wasn't able to get there for day 1 for the Wednesday opener, but I've caught some videos of some big finds already, big buys. Looks like it's going to be bigger and maybe better than ever, but possibly more overpriced than ever. So we'll see what kind of prices I find on some of the cards I'm looking for vintage. I might even sell a couple, so I brought some with me. We'll see what happens on that front, but I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot of people. Hopefully find a couple of good deals between now and Friday afternoon. I'll be there for 2 days. So, all right, I will, show some footage probably inside the show and then show you some of the cards I picked up here on this first day I'm there on Thursday. So hang on just a bit. Thanks.
Showcase cards. The rest is 57, and then I'm going to show you. Now we have 55 and 56.
Well, how are you? No, I'm just staring up here. You're good.
Too small because he grows fast. I got 3.5.
Fantastic card. Congrats, man.
Oh, thank you. Get it? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm coming at you actually on the morning of day 3, Friday. It's actually Friday morning here, where I'm going to show you the cards I picked up from Thursday at the National. There's the Stevens Convention Center right there with the big eBay banner. Coming at you from my hotel room. Silly me, forgot to bring my tripod, so this is going to be a really quick video for me in terms of showing the cards, but I'm really excited about the cards I did pick up yesterday. And another reason why this is going to be quick is because, airplanes are taking off every 30 seconds, so you might hear some airplane noise in the background, so we'll make this a quickie. Hang on just a sec. Okay, so overall I picked up 7 cards on the day. You saw some footage earlier. Steve Vintage on Vintage closing a deal. You saw a picture or a brief clip of Jason, Everyday Card Collector, closing a deal. I was hanging out with those guys for much of the day on Thursday. Good friends of mine in the hobby and out of the hobby overall. So just a really, really fun day walking the floors yesterday, and looking forward to more of the same today. This will be my last day here at the National. I'll be leaving probably about, probably 3, 4 o'clock if I had to guess. To head home. But let me show you the 7 cards I picked up here, starting with these 3 you see in front of you. Got these from Craig Halbig's very impressive table. He's one of the more fun dealers and just enjoyable dealers to just sort of go through boxes and just sort of look and see what he's got and have just a fun conversation. So we were at his table for a decent while, so much so we went back a second time. But I picked up these 3 1959s, as you see here. Jim Bunning, Hall of Famer in the center, $20. I didn't even it wasn't negotiating prices on these, on these kind of cards, but really nice ones. I just like the 59 Topps design. It's just so fun, colorful, and 3 solid ball players, including 1 Hall of Famer. That cards I didn't have from this set, and I'm really happy to add. And then when we went back there, I grabbed one more card. I grabbed this awesome 1954 Bowman Vic Raschi. That just a card that I kind of came across, never really knew much of, because I'm not, I'm collecting the 54 Bowman Hall of Famers, but it's not like one of my favorite sets overall. But then I came across this image recently, just this year, and I was like, dang, that's a really cool card. I have to get that. That's a fantastic baseball card, in my opinion. And I found it for $5 back at Halbig's table in some boxes of 50s Bowmans. So super excited to pick these 4 up. So let me move these aside. Again, forgive me on the camera movements. I'm trying to keep them to a minimum. So let me show you the 3 big pickups of the day. I'm just going to show it across instead of so you don't see just white table. Here's the big pickup, number 1 of the day. Got my Frank Chance T206 red background portrait. It's possible you heard some airplane noise in the background there. It's in an SGC2 Piedmont 150. I'm going to flip it over here. It's a very clean back. I'm going to show the front up close a little bit. It does have a crease, as you can see on the right side of the red there, but it's not really major. It's very acceptable for me, and it's got like a little, it's almost like a little pimple or a zit. It's a print defect. It's a little print defect. It's not paper loss. It's that because it actually has some color to it. It's just like it's not, I guess, the right mix of flesh tones, I think, on that part. So it's those were the two main issues of the card right there. But the red itself to me looked fantastic, even with that little crease there. There was one other two that I had come across at another dealer where there was enough loss of the red on this side where it was white, and there was significant paper loss on the back. It was a sweet cap, where it was, this one was a little bit more, but in the end I packaged it up with another card. I got these two from Stan's Vintage Sports Cards, got them from Stan. We made a deal. I also picked up the Lou Fonseca Tattoo Orbit. He had it in a PSA 4. This thing is a beauty. Oh, I was so excited to be able to pick this up. It's got a little bit of a fleck on the border there, but the centering on this card, the centering is superb. And it's pretty darn clean. Like, there's like minimal staining on this card. Here's the back. This card is a beauty. Really, really excited to add this. I actually saw this at his table in Strongsville, and fortunate for me, I guess, he still had it a few months later here in Chicago at the National, and I made the deal and picked this up along with the Chance together. So I was really, really happy about that. And in the end, I think I got a fair deal for it. I'm not going to share the prices for these big cards here on this one, but slightly, you kind of figure in the national uptick, but it was not egregious. So, but overall, really, really happy with these two pickups. Let me show you the last pickup I made today, or yesterday, I guess I should say. This one was unexpected. It's a goal card of mine, and it's a box I can check. It was a key card in my 1954 non-Topps Hall of Famer checklist that I've talked about on several videos. I had needed 4 cards going in to the National here. I needed the Pee Wee Reese Bowman, the Mickey Mantle Bowman, the Al Lopez Dandy Potato Chips, and the Red Heart Stan Musial. Well, I no longer need the Red Heart Stan Musial because I now have one, and I could not be more excited. I did not think this card was going to happen at this National, but I came across another dealer late in the day yesterday. It's not one of the kind of standout dealers among vintage collectors. In fact, this the dealer I got this from, he had one case of some really impressive vintage, actually, or moderate to very impressive vintage, I'd say. He had a lot of Gaudis and such as well, but it was mostly modern cards and a lot of modern autos. So he had one case of the vintage stuff and probably 5 or 6 of the modern stuff. And I saw this kind of hiding in there, and we negotiated for a bit, and he was a little firm in the end in terms of where he didn't want to go below. But I was very, very happy in the end with this. I actually had to call back my hobby friends who I was hanging out with for the day, and I needed some second opinions to make sure that this was the right move, and it was. This was just a fantastic card, I think. Here's the back. Back is pretty darn clean. I mean, gosh, where's the main issues on this card? It's a PSA 2. I mean, one of our good friends in the hobby, Joe, who does not have a channel, but a lot of us YouTube community are very good friends with him. He thinks this card was undergraded, and he was doing some more digging for me while I was negotiating a little bit more. And in addition, I was digging through comps as well. The comps for this card are kind of all over the place. A one, a PSA one, or it might have even been an SGC one, went for like $575 in an auction earlier this year, and I did not pay that for this card. So there was I was just thrilled to be able to pick this up. I'll bring it up close a little bit if it kind of comes through a bit, but the registration is good. It's not great, but it's good enough for me. The color is awesome, though. The color's awesome. Let me bring the phone up a little bit closer. Do you see that little bit? I'm calling it schmutz right here by his hat. That is one of the issues on the card, but my goodness, that's not a big deal. You know, when it came, I did not have a big budget to be able to get this card, and I found the one for me. Absolutely, am kind of over the moon about this one. So, yeah, so those were the 3 big pickups for me here at the National on Thursday, and really they're going to be my big pickups for the show. Today, Friday, it's going to be more bargain bin kind of hunting a little bit. My budget's mostly gone for the show, and that's totally fine. I do need to pick up my Al Kaline for the Bargain Hunters collab I do with Steve, which he'll have on his Vintage on Vintage probably not too long after we get back, and kind of just sort of go through what our pickups, and we'll meet up online and record that and share our Kaline bargain hunt successes from the National, but I still need to find mine. But I will today. But thank you, everybody, for watching. And, if you've never been to the National, I do recommend it's something to do once, at least once. It is crazy. I wouldn't call it chaotic, but it's huge. And sometimes you're going to have to, there is some negotiating that might need to go on some bigger cards. Because there is definitely a national kind of surcharge involved, but the experience, you kind of remember, like I'll always remember picking these 3 up at the 2025 National with good friends with me while I was doing it. So there's that experience piece that does have value, that kind of adds to our hobby enjoyment, I'd say, especially from a vintage standpoint. So, all right, I will wrap things up from here. Again, hopefully you followed along the whole way with me holding the phone. I did the best I could here with holding it. I think I did marginally okay. But all right, I'll be back at you with my next video probably in a few days. I probably won't have another one from here, but I look forward to sharing more vintage baseball card content with you soon. All right, take care, everyone. Until the next one. Bye.